Good morning. We are having another test of this camera today. I think I'm going to film partially on this and then also some on my phone, so it might switch. I still have not figured out, and I can see that it's on there, I still have not figured out how to get the date stamp off of this, and I want it gone. But I know there is a way to do it, I just need to sit down and properly focus on it. But today I am going to Birmingham to Cassandra Clare and Holly Black's book event slash signing. It's for Queen Around Darkness, obviously Cassandra Clare's most recent book, and then The Wicked King, which is Holly Black's most recent book. So Cassie is signing 3 books, Holly is signing all of her books. I have this whole bag just full of books to take with me today, and I need to pick up The Wicked King when I get to Birmingham as well. And I'm meeting Sarah there, so I'm taking this camera. I'm probably going to film on my phone as well, but I want to keep using this camera and getting used to it. So I'm just going to finish getting ready and then I will be off. It was my graduation yesterday, got back really late and I think I'm getting a cold, so I don't look or sound the best, but I want to show you my hat. This is my graduation hat that I made and I absolutely love it. I'm obsessed with this. And then my cousin made me this card which is quotes from Good Morning, Good Night from Lytton, so I had a good day. I'm just going to finish getting ready. My train is in 45 minutes and then I'm going to head to the train station and go to Birmingham. I haven't been to Birmingham in ages. There's a Disney store, love it. There's a Forbidden Planet, love it. And there's a massive bookshop, so love it.
Do you want me to put?
Look at this, look at this. We have the book.
We have bricks.
Literally.
It's an actual brick.
It literally is, like you could knock someone out with this, like very much.
I whacked my friend over the head with it the other day. He was annoying me.
I have read this twice now.
Yeah, I've read it twice.
Nice to see so many people here at our fantastic event today that I know everybody's been looking forward to so much. So, yeah, we're absolutely delighted to welcome, all the way from New England in America, friends and top YA authors Cassandra Clare and Holly Black. The Griffin world of the Shadow Hunters, which of course has been the massively successful series, as well as inspiring the major Netflix show, which I'm sure a few of you are tuned into. In April, featuring High Warlock Magnus BYEEEEE and Shadowhunter Alec Lightwood, so we can't the Red Scrolls of Magic. We're going to join me in giving them an absolutely fabulously loud, warm Birmingham welcome. So if you please help me welcome to the stage Cassandra Clare and Holly Black.
Jokes, and I thought these jokes might be bad, but Cassie will fix them or take them out. Like, I really felt liberated by the experience.
Right, because you feel like you can, you can screw up, the other person's gonna, it's like rock climbing. You feel like you can screw up, the other person's hopefully gonna catch you.
You can't rock climb like that.
I love Magnus and Alec, I love Jason Clary, I love Julian and Emma, and I love I love both Will and, I was almost said Will and Jem, but sure, yeah. Also love Will and Jem. Jessa and Wessa. Because I think you have to, like, if you find that you're writing a couple and you don't love them, like you love the previous couples you were writing, then something is wrong, and you have to figure out what it is going on that you don't like feel those like feelings, that you don't love them as much as you loved like, you know, the stuff you were writing before. Like ideas, and I can't read fan fiction of my books. We're kind of told not to do that, but I know it exists, and sometimes I hear about it and I'm like, that's, you know, like that's a fan couple. I didn't know that was a thing, you know. And it's so interesting, like what people sort of put together out of your books, and it's so kind of cool to see them come up with like, you know, new combinations or new ideas. And I love fan art. I think we're both like addicted to fan art. Like my assistant, one of her jobs is just like go out, find me fan art. I love looking at fan art. I love people's interpretations of the characters. I can't draw at all. You're like, oh my god,
I don't know what to think. I have very complicated feelings. Is that they, unlike many other supernatural creatures, are not human and were never human. You know, unlike werewolves, unlike vampires, you know, they have no connection to humanity. They may look like us, but they're not us. And to me, one of the great pleasures of reading books about fairies is the moment when you think, oh yeah, sure, I totally get these, you know, these are people. And then suddenly being like, these are not people, and they have a really different moral system. And so a lot of times I'll write it first, just sort of like, okay, I'm going to write this scene, and then go back and rethink everything.
Yes, in the sense that I always worry, you know, I want the LGBT characters to be inspiring and people who you can love, and I don't want to mess it up, you know. You worry about, you always worry, I think, about screwing up any story you're telling where it's not your personal immediate experience. And I feel the same way like writing Ty and writing, you know, someone who's neuroatypical kind of thing. But I think for me, with Diana is a good example, you know, and I knew she was transgender when I first came up with her, and I thought, really gonna have to be very careful with this because there are so few good and inspiring portrayals of transgender characters who get to, you know, be kick-ass and badass and, you know, save the world and, you know, fall in love and do all this stuff. And I really wanted her to be a character that people would, you know, both relate to and enjoy her, you know. And so I went to, a friend of mine is a doctor. He's friends with the head of our local transgender clinic in my area. And he asked her to send an email out and to say that there was a local author who was writing a book about, you know, a trans character, and would anybody like to help? So I wound up meeting a bunch of really fantastic trans women in my area. It was quite funny because I was just sort of sitting in a coffee shop waiting, and this woman came up to me and she was like, I almost didn't want to come because, you know, you always worry when someone says they're writing a book about, you know, a trans character, are they going to do a good job? And she's like, but your hair is dyed all sorts of different colors, so I feel like I can trust you. I was like, thank you. So we talked about Diana. I was like, this is her character, and I just want you to be completely honest with me. What do you not like? What do you not want me to do? What do you want me to do? What would you like to see? What do people get wrong the most often? You know, what do you think is, you know, would be something that would be, you know, when trans teens read this book, they could think, you know, yeah, that could be me and that would be great. And so I talked to all of these different women, and I tried to let them guide me. And then after the book was finished, they read it, and also Anya De Niro, who's a wonderful trans author, she read it. So I think that long story short, I think when you are worried about, you know, representation, the best thing you can do is talk to people for whom that is their experience. You know, you can't, you know, if it's not your voice, and you can't be every voice, you can always talk to you know, people whose voice it is, and rely on, you know, believe in them and rely on their expertise. So, long answer to your question, but I hope that it helps. You know, like it was it was a girl, her name was Ariadne, and she was younger than Octavian, and I was like, there's no way that I can actually handle a family that has this many children. So sadly, Ariadne died. I put her in a mental boat and sent her over a waterfall. So you're not totally wrong. I think, like, you know, there is, in a way, a missing Blackthorn child, but she's missing because I personally killed her.
Man, Ariadne, farewell to you.
I got it.
Sit down your enormous burden for a moment.
Oh, okay. Well, that Whenever I see you, I really like the way that you write, but you're right. Sometimes they're there to get their books signed, and they're not. I'm like, oh, I my finger on it, but it's really interesting. It's really intriguing. Nice to meet you. And I really like so fresh.
Oh, hang on. They're coming up together. We've got Charlie.
Prior to yeah, maybe this one at the bottom.
Best friends.
Oh, you're right, Lauren.
Just because Magnus and Alec are like my absolute favourite.
Sure, I should just sign this.
Yeah, like it's like if you that's when you first
What's been going on?
I always get like the Magnus and Alec.
Oh, that is cute.
I know.
And you do a baby Max.
I know. I needed that bit done.
Somebody in line had a baby Max Funko pop doll, and
Oh my god! I need a baby Max Funko. I need Shadowhunters Funkos. Like, why do they not exist?
I don't know. Why will we not make Shadowhunters Funko Pop? We should have a petition. Thank you. So do that.
Hi, this is a really bad angle that we can't do. We just had a burrito. It was good. So we came out of the signing. It was like awfully organised. Let's be real. I'll go into that more when I get home. But we got the book signed. We also got these extracts from the Red Scrolls of Magic, and I saw Red Scrolls of Magic arc in the flesh, which made me almost die. So I took the Cruel Prince by Holly Black, which I got signed and personalised, which is very fun. And then I also took the Gold is Gone in Cold Town, which is the same. Like this. And then I also took the Wicked King, which she's like personalised. And then with Cassie, she was personalising one and then signing two. So I got Queen of Iron Darkness and Lord of Shadows signed because I've already got Lady Midnight signed from the last Cassie signing that I went to. But then I got this actually signed, like personalised. So, this is yours.
Oh yeah, that's my Hufflepuff.
I need to give you your bookmark back. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Fine. So I actually got the start of the Born to Wed this Night short story signed because of the like Malik artwork and stuff, and it's just my favourite short story in this bind up, and obviously Magnus and Alec, and I love them, so that's the one I got personalised from them, and I'm very happy about this. So I have the Bane Chronicles signed as well, and I have their first date chapter of the Bane Chronicles signed. Yeah.
Oh, so it's basically just like the Malik Chronicles.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, and we got Shadowhunter Army badges. Parabatai tattoos. And then we just went into foils, and I got King of Scars bookmark.
I got Language of Thorns.
And Sarah bought Language of Thorns. So there we go. Hi! Sorry that this video it wasn't like an abrupt ending, but basically I got out of having some food. We went to Disney Store, had a look around. The Boring was absolutely packed because it was half term, to be fair. And then I got on the train, and it was probably the busiest train I've ever been on in my life. And I've been on the Underground at rush hour. It was a joke. I could barely move on the train, and I had a seat. So there we go. So I didn't want to really get my camera out then. And then when I got home, I had to go to work. So I didn't film anymore for that day. But yeah, it was really, really good. I was so happy to meet Cassie and Holly again. And it was so cool to hang out with Sarah. Like I said in that little clip you just saw, it wasn't actually very organized very well. Cassie and Holly had another event in Manchester, which was like, it's like a couple of hours away. They had to leave at 4 and they started signing in Birmingham at 1:45. There was like 400 people there, and it was just a lot. I think that like the organisers of the event just didn't plan for time very well. But you know, we got to meet them and got to talk with them, and it was super good. And me and Cassie made a petition for Shadowhunters Funko Pops. Please, need those in my life. And it was just really nice to meet them and talk with them, and it's really cool because now I have all of my Dark Artifices books signed. Only Lady Midnight is personalised, but I like that because my City of Bones is personalised and so is my Clockwork Angel. So all of the first books of all of the current series are now personalised and signed, and I have all of the Dark Artifices signed, which I'm super happy about. And I got Born to Endless Night, that little short story, I got that signed as well, and that one is personalised, and I'm super happy. It's Magnus and Alec and Little Max, and I just love it. My review of this, Queen Around Darkness, there it is, will be up very soon. That book was a lot. It took it out of me. It just was a lot to deal with, but I have all my reactions to it, and I will do a review very soon, even though I know it's 3 months late because you know me and my reviews. But yeah, that will be up soon. Thank you for watching this video. I hope that you liked it. It's been a hot minute since I did a book signing video, so I'm super glad that I could do another one and that it was with Cassie and Holly. If you guys are new here, then I make videos a couple of times a week about books and fandomy things, so if you'd like to stick around and join us, then you can do that. And as usual, all my links are in the description and all that jazz. I hope you guys are doing really, really, really well, and I will see you next time. Goodbye!
Thank you.